What you want to do? How you want to do this?
We can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Let's get the man seal out the way. Go ahead.
I want to say this, and I said it before when we talked about Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is not a trained journalist. He is not. The hope is that he does go and as he continues to podcast, because it's different when you talk in sports on TV and just doing your Shay Shay after dark. It's another to try to have certain conversations with people. And honestly, yes, Amanda Seales wanted to go on that show. Yes, Shannon Sharp, hey, I extended an invitation to you. But it's another thing. You have to know what you're walking into, and who you kind of dealing with. And I wasn't going to sit up there and watch that entire interview because I got shit to do. Maybe
I can't do full club Shay Shays no more. Just give me the clips.
Yeah, just give me the clips and keep it moving. And so I want to preface this with saying that everybody you just can't be in every space trying to have certain conversations. Maybe the Amanda Seales conversation would have been better for a Gail, maybe another platform where somebody can go back and forth with her and try to, divulge a little more. Because it just sounds like, it seems like he's giving people this platform to soapbox to air out their grievances about things. And do I think that Amanda is lying or anything? No, I believe that there are truths to a lot of things that she could say. Somebody could be your favorite person, but treat somebody like shit behind closed doors, other people. That those two can coexist. So I do think that there is a Amanda Seales hate train that's happening right now because people, especially for Black people, we're not used to people being so outspoken because we are always, from kids, as we're growing, we're taught that kids are, people in the scene, they're not heard. Don't be saying this, don't be saying that, don't be embarrassing the family, don't be embarrassing our people, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes, just like I said about Diddy, some people just be shitty people. And that could just be that. So I implore people to kind of take a step back and kind of think about like there are different experiences that they had in life. And sometimes you're not going to relate to everything. You're not going to understand everything. And that's cool too. Right. But I think the crazy thing is just how we have all of these platforms, Essence included, on this hate train. And
what do you think it's coming from? Like, what do you think it's
I think it's coming. Like, even when she started to say what happened at those parties, we heard about that a while ago. For a minute out here, when she was saying that Issa's publicist was XYZ to her, denied her entry to a party that she had been invited to or whatever, and then these other people are getting involved and you just being cunty, and then you come in to find me in a party to say you don't like me, you calling my phone saying stuff. That is bizarre. So if I'm saying something to you and I'm like, hey, I don't know what happened or if I missed something, and I'm talking to you one-to-one, I'm like, hey, like I think she has a problem with me, I don't know where this stemming from, and then you coming to me saying, oh, y'all adults, y'all can handle that. But since she works for you.
Yeah.
So I think that was that was a lot to deal with it. And I think that sometimes it's the same thing like we talked about with Drake. Go where you appreciate it, and go, and you got the people that fuck with you, and that's it. And Amanda has to realize that it's people that fuck with her. It's people that really genuinely fuck with Amanda. And I know that people have had issues, about, certain things, like about the Tamir Rice thing, the Sean King thing, and, certain things that she said, throughout. And she ain't no different than a lot of these other people that y'all like subscribe to. She human just like everybody else. And
but she doesn't take any. I will say that I don't think she take. The only problem, or I wouldn't say problem, but the thing that I could see is she doesn't take any accountability for anything she does or says.
I definitely can agree to how you could, say that.
Like, she literally got mad at him for stuff she said on the show. Like, that was amazing to me. Like,
also, so this goes back to what I was about to say. You had no business going on Shannon Sharp. You had no business going on Shannon Sharp. You just
if y'all just listening, you just missed it.
But there's certain, so just like how, okay, so remember she was on The Real?
Mm-hmm.
Amanda,
was it The Real, or was it it's The Real, right? Not The Talk, right? It's The Real. Right?
The Real. The Talk is a different show.
Okay.
She had no business hosting on that show. She had no business being like a co-host on that show. Like, let's just be real about that. Like, let's be real about The Real. She had no business being on that show because there were just certain conversations that people, if I wanted to have those conversations, I'm watching the View. That was where she probably would have been more of a better fit a little bit. But The Real is fluff. Them ladies was not trying to have those deep philosophical conversations.
Yeah. This is the Tamar Braxton show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tamar.
Like a puppet. Which, sidebar, her and K. Michelle got into it again yesterday. And K. Michelle posted a picture of this puppet. Oh. Baby. I love K.
They got beef? K. Michelle and Tamar got beef?
I don't know how they could be. The beef even started between them. But yeah, they have been beefing off and on for a minute. And so apparently this conversation, Tamar was on a podcast and was saying something. They were asking her about Black people segueing into country. So she kind of gave props to Beyonce or whatever and some other people. And she was saying that there are some people that have no business doing it. And people took it as if it was shade to K. Michelle.
Okay.
And so K. Michelle posted a picture of Janice. That's a puppet from like Sesame Street or whatever, or the Muppets, and yeah.
But go ahead. So
I think the conversation that we have to have about the reality of it is that I think Amanda still is having a hard time realizing and understanding that she doesn't belong in every space. Because just like how we talked about Kendrick's verses earlier and the reading the education level in this country, for people to be able to break down what was said, it's the same thing with Amanda Seales. Baby, you don't belong in every space, and that's okay. Some of those spaces you have to cultivate, and some of those spaces you will fit in just fine. But everything ain't for everybody. And do you really want to be mixing and mingling people like that? I don't. Listen. You're treating yourself like you common. and you're not. You're not. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. There's certain things that we're just not doing. And that's cool. And if that's fun for, like if you like to do those and I don't like to do certain things, that's cool. You know what I mean? Everything ain't for everybody. So stop trying to make yourself fit in all these spaces. You a star and you trying to go into a square. You trying to go into a circle. It don't work like that. So you got to get in where you fit in and just go from that. And I think that's the problem with Amanda, is that she's missing the mark. And I know she said that she felt like she is likely on the spectrum, because she said she's likely like autistic or something. And then
that was the thing, yeah. And then she said, but then
Shannon said, "Had you been tested?" And
yep.
she said no, because of probably
10K. She said.
Okay, I don't think that.
She said it's 10K. It's expensive. That's why I haven't been tested.
Oh, so maybe she doesn't have insurance or something. She got a SAG card. I'm like, listen, when I tell you I'm trying to get that SAG insurance. Shit. You can go through your insurance and get that. Because I was like, I want to be tested for ADHD.
Right.
Like, I know I got that. I know I got that shit. And that's probably
you just need it on the books.
Yeah, but some people on top of things being expensive, and I know that everybody doesn't have access to, certain things and a lot of things, but there are resources out there that make, things available to you. Like I told you, my hearing aids was out of pocket. I was going to have to pay like $4K minimum for my hearing aids. And luckily I had a black lady helping me, and she referred me to the Department of Rehabilitation. I got them through the state for free.
Dang. Dope.
Nigga, I was like, I got this 4K. Do I need to hear that bad?
I don't want to pay for that with it.
Nigga, I was like, I was like, shit, I ain't been hearing this long.
He's like, I can go a little bit longer.
I can go a little bit longer. Shit. And that sucks. But that sucks in general that even has to be a conversation.
Yeah.
But and I get it also, like, because like it's people that we know for a fact are very likely bipolar, and they're probably aware of it, but they're afraid of what that prognosis may even say to them. Because then that reality sets in. And so then there was like that like, I said this, or this is how I mail. It was that girl, you said it.
And then the thing about she got mad about him.
You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay for the test. But I'm also trying to understand how you don't have insurance through SAG. And I think, and like, what Insecure went off a year ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. 2 years.
She's worked
2 or 3, maybe 3 years ago.
I feel like Amanda has worked since then, where she wouldn't have even
lost. She was on the real. She was on the. When she was on the real, I think.
That was during the same time as Insecure.
It was during the same time?
It was during the same time. But then she had that show on what was it, CBS, with Chrissy Teigen and Jeff Foxworthy or something.
December 21st was December 2021 was the last air date. So 3 years ago. Almost 2.5 years.
And so she was on there before that. So yeah.
Yeah. But then I've never seen her be like, man, I'm sorry, I was wrong on that. I've never heard her do that. As much as she be accusing people and going off on people, especially the Tamir Rice thing. That was she really took it there with the Tamir Rice thing.
And it was weird because
but she's super intelligent though. Don't get it twisted. She's super intelligent.
And so I think. But I think that also, like I said, you can very well be smart, but your person to person is not matching. What do they call that? Asperger's?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of that, where you missing reading the room. And you just be saying stuff. That's what that sounds like, more than, which is still a level of being on the spectrum, I guess, like a low level, depending on how extreme. But man, because I was like, girl, some of the stuff, but like even when she was saying about like the Tamir Rice, somebody brought that back up, like, are you going to apologize to Tamir Rice about whatever she said about Sean? She's like, well, when did I say that? Like, what did I say? I never said that. Whatever it was, she was like, you can't even find that because that's not what I said. Y'all took something and made it something else.
But why is it then my question becomes, what is it about you that people you're not like paid? Is what is it about her that she's just under fire
I
so
think
much?
it is
Like,
just
what is it about
simply
her? Why is she the
I
easy
think
target?
because I mean she the easy target. Just look how she like we said, like how you interact with people, how you speak to people, how it comes across. And you have all these different issues that and you want to air your grievance. And then it's also that thing where it's like, okay, people are like, okay, that's cool, like this happened to you, that happened to you. But now you're starting to be the common denominator, which we all have to do it sometimes, is just look in the mirror and be like, okay, well, what part did I play in this? And so I think that's the part where it's maybe not computing that well for her or for a lot of
Mm.
people. And right now, it's just like I said, she said something. I don't even know what she said. Oh, when she was talking about not being invited to the awards and stuff, and hosting the BET Awards one year when we had COVID, and then the NAACP Awards and not being invited, and then it just sparked this debate. And like I said, I think the weird thing, the tacky thing was, for these websites to post or create, think pieces or, opinion pieces about about her. Because I'm sorry, I don't, like I said before, I don't know what the fuck is going on at Essence over there. Because even you remember we
Yeah,
talked about some tweets that one day and how the
yeah.
guy was like, "This is what it should have said," versus
Hmm.
how y'all flipped this and made this something else.
I mean, Essence is not owned by the same. It's owned by, I believe, like Time Warner or something now.
Okay, I thought Essence was back to being black owned, or is
Is
it?
it? Hold on.
Or maybe I'm just thinking about Ebony. Maybe I'm just thinking about Ebony.
Hold on. Let me see. I don't. I didn't think it was a black. Oh wow. So the dude Rich it's a I think it's Rich Lou Dennis is the owner of Essence.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
what.
supposedly is the secret dude that bought Revolt too.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, nah, I heard that was being.
Where did he got bread from? Hold on, what is this? Harpo, who this man? They got all this bread like this.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on at Essence recently, where y'all just been messy? It's really weird, and I'm like, y'all need to revamp that and rebrand it. And it just makes me think of when I was reading Elaine Welteroth's book, more than enough, and she was talking about how she had that internship at I believe.
Oh, he's the owner of that skincare company, Shea Moisture.
Oh, him. Okay.
That's how he got his bread.
And so he, like, and so when she was saying some of the stuff that she experienced, like even at her internship at Essence, I was like, niggas. But there was this period where it was just, you think about like even now, I'm like, yo, I can't wait to be, featured in Essence or, something like that. And it's just like, y'all are moving like the shade room right now. What is going
But that's
on?
but that's because everybody's all about these likes and stuff. Like nobody wants to stay in their lane anymore. Yo, I saw Black Enterprise doing an article on that. I was like, what the hell? On
And
Amanda
I feel
Seales?
like everybody posted like the same op-ed from this girl, and it was just really weird. But like I told, like when you posted in the group, I was like, let me fix this. Like, so Amanda, when I said the thing about, okay, Amanda Seales, it's time to have a conversation about Amanda Seales, and it's time for us to like have a deeper conversation about the entities that have like blocked her out, that have been kind of problematic. Everything, when we think about it in hindsight, everything we know is very clicky. We gatekeep.
Mm.
Um, we always feel like there could only be one at that time, depending on what's happening. So there's a lack of community within our community, because there ain't no way, like you said, Black Enterprise, Essence, uh, Blavity had posted something and they took it down. The Root. And the Root is becoming more like the Onion. There's no way of, like, it can't be that slow of a fucking news day where all y'all are posting and talking about the same shit that don't, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. This is a non-factor in all of our lives. Like, the problem is that why are y'all having a hard time swallowing what this girl is saying? Like, whether it be, like, she could be speaking facts about something, whether it be what's happening, because she's been very vocal about what's happening in Gaza and Israel. Having people on her platform that are, reporters, journalists, and different people, like, from the, like, hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends, because we got all the tea. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side, so you can see other stuff, and again, share with everybody.